Chapter 3. Velvet Whispers. The gallery gleamed under Atlanta's night sky, a sleek expanse of glass and steel spilling champagne light onto the street below. Inside, art pulsed, bold strokes on canvas, sculptures twisting in shadow, and the air thrummed with the clink of glasses, the low hum of industry elites weaving deals and desires. Zephyra Seraphina Locke stepped through the doors, her confidence aflame rekindled, her backless dress a daring sweep of midnight satin that hugged her curvaceous frame. Her ebony skin caught the glow, her crimson lips parted in a half-smile, and the coal locket swayed against her chest, a quiet pulse beneath the glamour. The shoot's tension, Sasha's wink, Liam's touch, still simmered in her veins, but here, at the rap party, she'd reclaim her throne. She moved through the crowd, hips swaying with a rhythm that turned heads, her almond-shaped eyes, dark chocolate, glinting with warmth, scanning the room. Hands brushed her arms, voices offered praise. "Zeph, that shoot was fire." And she nodded, her husky drawl a soft, "Thank you, darlin'," laced with Atlanta's warmth. The night was hers to command, a stage to remind them who she was, until a painter with coal-lined eyes and a husky laugh cut through the din, her presence a spark that snagged Zephyra's breath. Maya leaned against a canvas, all wild energy and velvet voice, her cropped leather jacket framing a lithe form, her gaze locking on Zephyra like a brush to a blank slate. "You're the one they're buzzing about," she said, her tone a low purr that curled around Zephyra's senses. "The model who makes art breathe." Zephyra tilted her head, crimson lips curving. "And you're the one who paints it, I reckon." Maya's laugh was a ripple of hate, and their talk flowed, sensuality in brushstrokes, the body as a canvas, each word a thread pulling them closer. The air shifted, thickened, as Maya stepped nearer, her fingers grazing Zephyra's wrist, a touch that sent a shiver up her spine. "Art should feel," Maya murmured, her breath warm with wine. "Like this." She pulled Zephyra into a shadowed corner, away from the gallery's glare, and their lips met, a kiss that tasted of defiance and vintage red, deep and unhurried. Maya's hands slid to Zephyra's waist, pressing satin to skin, a promise of more that left her breathless, her mind a tangle of Liam's lingering touch and this wild new fire. Her bisexuality flared, a truth she'd always owned, but her self-reliance held her back. She didn't dive, not yet, not fully. The moment fractured as Sasha swept in, her sharp cheekbones slicing through the crowd, her voice a blade of triumph. "Zeph, you hear? Landed that lingerie gig. Big spread next month." She flaunted it, a campaign Zephyra had eyed, her smirk a mirror of that damned wink from the shoot. The gallery's hum dipped, eyes swiveling to them, and Zephyra's pulse spiked. Not with doubt now, but with a competitive blaze that burned hotter than the lights. She stepped from Maya's grasp, her satin dress catching the glow, and let her hips sway into a slow, sensual dance. The room stilled, champagne forgotten, as she moved, each step a reclaiming, her body a melody of curves and defiance, eyes locked on Sasha's. The coal locket swung, a dark star against her skin, and she spun, satin flaring, drawing every gaze, except Maya's, who watched from the shadows with quiet hunger, a smile tugging at her lips. Sasha's smirk faltered, her bravado cracking, and Zephyra felt the tide turn, her throne hers again. She ended the dance with a tilt of her chin, crimson lips parted, breath heavy. Not invincible, maybe, but unbreakable tonight. Liam lingered at the bar, his rugged frame a silhouette against the skyline, hazel eyes tracing her with a mix of pride and something tighter, jealousy perhaps, his jaw clenched as Maya's shadow loomed. Sasha retreated, her taunt swallowed by the crowd's murmur, but the sting of her win lingered, a splinter under Zephyra's poise. Maya slipped closer, her velvet voice brushing Zephyra's ear. "There's an exclusive art circle I run with. Come sometime. See what moves you." Her phone buzzed as she pressed it into Zephyra's hand, a text glowing. "Next show's yours if you want it." The gallery spun on, but Zephyra stood still, satin cool against her fevered skin, the coal locket a steady weight. Liam's gaze, Maya's kiss, Sasha's jab. They circled her like moths to her flame, and she wondered, beneath the triumph, what it meant to burn so bright. She slipped the phone into her clutch, her fingers brushing the locket, and stepped back into the night's embrace, a queen with a crown she'd fight to keep.